Hello everyone, and today I'm here for my review of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Now this is a movie that's had a whole lot of trouble behind it, and it took a tough time being made, especially with the tragic and way too young death of Chadwick Boseman. So trying to make this movie in regard to that is a really difficult task, and this will be a full spoiler review of that movie. It's a miracle that it got made at all, especially due to the passion of its filmmaker. So no matter what I say about the movie here, admiration for that there, the fact that they made this movie and pushed forward. So this will be a full spoiler review. You have not seen the film yet. Do yourself a favor, go out to theaters and watch it, or wait until it's on Disney Plus and then come back and watch this here. But I do recommend it, the actual experience. But without further ado, here's my full spoiler review of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. No big cons here, just a couple things I'm mixed on. First off, it's definitely runs a little long. Not something I mind too much because it takes time for the whole grieving process, and it really makes good point for the character development. Maybe in the middle when Shuri's in Talokan with Namor, it runs a little long. That's when it's especially noticeable. Nothing too bad. Just like at different points, you're like, okay, this movie's it's definitely got a beefy runtime. Then also at the end, like I never feel like they resolved the plot line of the Americans hunting the Wakandans. That felt like a little unresolved. And then also at the end, Namor kind of suggests at the end, like, oh, we're just friends with the Wakandans, so we can still use them to get at the government. So I feel like that was kind of a step back in his character development. I wish they maybe had included that scene. Or maybe I just totally misinterpreted it. But either way, it kind of left me with a sour taste in my mouth in that department. But on to the positives. First off, this movie as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman is just so effective and heartfelt and fitting. The way they move on the story without recasting or doing anything like that or using CGI is just so perfect, where they honor his legacy but push forward. The whole cast is phenomenal, especially Letitia Wright. She proves herself as how she can lead this franchise, how this franchise can go on, and as the new Black Panther and her development of grief and moving on and accepting your legacy, and especially that moment where she almost kills Namor but harkens T'Challa's moment with Zemo, I thought was beautiful, and she perfectly establishes herself as the new Black Panther. Angela Bassett is just phenomenal, showing her grief and her heartbreak, and her story in this whole movie is great. Namor is a great antagonist, and you can see where he's coming from. His powers are really cool. I'm so excited to see more of him. And the whole rest of the cast is great. Lupita Nyong'o, Dana Gurira, Winston Duke. I love the introduction to Riri Williams. I love the dynamic between Everett Ross and Val. Just a phenomenal cast all around. The action is really great, and I especially love the final battle between the Black Panther and Namor. I thought it was so great. The visuals are stunning all throughout the film. It's probably one of the best looking Marvel movies, and Ludwig Göransson kills it with a score again, especially with the music at T'Challa's funeral, the end of the film. Rihanna's song Lift Me Up is so good, but I think my favorite musical piece of the movie is when Shuri established herself as the Black Panther, and I loved how they saved the main Black Panther theme song until that moment to establish herself. And the whole story of grief and Shuri accepting this new role is so beautiful all throughout. And the way they deal with T'Challa's kid, the appearance of Killmonger, all of it weaves together into this narrative so nicely, and one of the most powerful and important Marvel movies. That you can see a real passion behind the people who made it. I love this war between two cultures. And yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful film. It's not without its flaws, but it's really good. And it proves why the Black Panther franchise can continue despite such a tragic loss. So, not flawless, but the cast is amazing. It's emotional, it's heartfelt, and Letitia Wright and Angela Bassett really soar. And it just gets me more excited for more Black Panther. So I'd give Black Panther Wakanda Forever, a 9 out of 10. I hope you guys liked the video. Plenty more coming soon, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.